loving that girl. Alright, this wind is not doing stuff.
See, that's when you did a pause. I don't know. I would have liked to have gotten the screaming, but I had to pause at some point so we can break it up on.
He loved her more than the grains of sand that grace the edges of no man's land. For her, he would literally envelop the ideas of Prince Charming that she seemed to have developed without warning. Suddenly, simple conversation wasn't enough to satisfy her needs. She refused to take oxygen, holding her breath if she wasn't dressed to the nines in bread that cost him prepaid checks, leaving him in debt and chasing death. Her cravings shallow, her mind narrow, her thought process was consumed with titles and the envying eyes of others. But he, well, he always loved her. She knew. He loved her more than the bond between mother and child, putting himself in between any possible danger that threatened to prick her apple white skin. The determination and desires to please her every whim was unwavering, his thoughts unchanging. It's one of the frustration that secretly reached the corners of his temples at the mention of the latest trend she just had to engulf herself in. Without it, her soul would die from within, costing him the third down payment to his own dreams. Drastic, dramatic, and incompetent. But he'd give in. Because he loved her, and she knew he would give her everything and anything, and not everything and everything in the sense of sound extravagance, but literally, if she wanted a dozen felonies to be committed for just kicks and giggles, well, he'd complete the task in a matter of minutes, whether or not it meant life sentences in prison. If she wanted to see Adam and Eve, well, he would reenact the scene quite vividly, and if that wasn't enough, he would die to be resurrected, and ask God to send him to Eden with 2 gigs and direct the fall of Eve, and for her sake, he would shed his skin and replace his spine with the design of an invertebrate. She understood that only because of love was he obedient, submitted to her will and wishes. He loved her, and she knew. But I knew that he deserved more than the abuse and misusage, filled with excuses, useless and ruthless woman he called life. It was my duty to engage him in stimulating conversation, to open his eyes to the options of a proper life. Marrying him to the ideas of a soul that loved him the same way he loved her, undying, unchanging, accepting, pure, and forgiving. Wanted to see he didn't need her, could breathe without the steady commands of a selfish leader. That there was another side of passion that was filled with appreciation and exaltation instead of the constant, irritable, and consistent confrontation that would. Another could and would lay down her own life in hopes of seeing his dreams survive instead of using his head as a step to reach the beds of rich men. That another would evaluate her decisions on a mission to serve him, staying committed, submissive, but still filled with their own ambitions, fighting together as one to accomplish this complete task as one. But she knew that I loved him, that I loved him more than he loved her. But loving him was irrelevant. He was property. Dog tag stated, return to earner, and if lost you'd be compensated. But I was sure that I could love him. And she wanted to win. So I gave in. Told her that she could have him, gave up the everlasting. But he wasn't so sure that he loved her like before. So I came back for more, and she got her trend thrown out from the 3rd floor.
It's the end, but not the end. I've got a friend who's not just a friend. Her eyes gave my eyes clear vision. I seen the woman who tugged at me when she hugged me. Her arms were my leash. I've been unleashed, and I hope those clothes get run over by garbage trucks. I hope those clothes have holes as big as the ones she put in my pockets. I hope those clothes bleed. I've bled enough. I hope those clothes are aren't washed or dried, and she has them till the day she dies to remind her of my revelation, my bodily salvation. I hope she remembers that I loved her, and that she knew it, and that she taught me tricks. I hope she remembers that she is nothing like her, and I found my lover, and she is the inside of an apple, and she loves me, and I know it. I know it by the eye attachments we make on Broad Street, in the height of traffic, trucks monstering down, growling, luxury sedans pointing noses up, sniffling, cars sneezing, and we walk with our eyes. We don't feel our legs. I love her, and she knows she loves me, and I know we've got something beautiful, unraveling, flowing into strands, expansive, expensively created. We love each other, and we know we cannot take this time for granted.